making money for the first time. You can actually go to your job and you like a job you used to hate. Just stay with it, right? Stay with the stable thing, right? Stable. And it's like when I go to a restaurant today, I ask people, like, they say, hey, what do you want to eat? I'm like, you work here. What should I eat, man? Well, the butter is good. And butter, dude, what's the thing to eat here, bro? Like I've never been here before. You work here. Tell me the thing to eat. And you better be right. Because I'll send it back. One of Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking for direction, right? The waiter's like, well, it depends on what you're in the mood for. No, dude, what do I eat? I need stability around me, right? So this guy, those tapes were stability for me. And what happened was, because I stayed with it so long, my personality came back into it. And when the grant, right, that you can't erase you. When you add you to whatever piece of knowledge that you get and you become stable with, bro, when you hit that piece of knowledge, whatever that is, and you understand the information, so it's not just information anymore. You know where you're going, you know what to say, you know how to respond, you know what's going to happen. When you add you on top of that, dude, it's like, it's game over. And when I got laid on top of that data, I'm like, oh my God, man, I'm going to become the best salesman in the world. Because I knew some stuff this cat was doing, and I was like, man, it's not right what he's doing. I knew his information so well. I'm like, oh, that's broken. He didn't finish this. That's deficient. There's a weakness right there. I mean, I learned it so well. I knew it better than the dude. And things were changing. Time was changing. And then I started studying other guys like Tracy and Tom Hopkins and those guys, and I'm like, I'm gonna freaking destroy these dudes. Okay? It's antiquated, it's outdated, it's why people turn over. I didn't want to do the trickery. So anyway, that's how I did that, and decided that. That's the good news. The bad news, like my real estate friend here, the bad news was I got stuck in that little genre, and I started identifying too much with that.
Okay.
And it really limited our growth as a company. So that's a bad news, right? It's why the rapper wants to be a comedian, the comedian wants to be an actor, the actor wants to be the rapper, right? Why? Because they're trying to I want to do more than just this.
Be pigeonholed now.
Yeah. And most people don't cross over. Most people no, I can't do that. Now, we've been really fortunate to cross over. So,
a few times
the fact that I'm getting questions about real estate, the first two questions are real estate. I mean, like the things that I studied. I don't give advice on anything that I don't understand. If I'm not doing it, I've always told Jared, I'll never ever talk about anything I don't know. Everything about me is authentic. I don't do anything I don't understand. I don't give advice on stuff I don't understand. And so, if we don't understand it, we don't do it. And then all of a sudden we find out we understand, negotiating, we just drop into those different buckets, and I go really deep on it. Right? So we did a webinar the other day. I did exactly what I said to her to do with that building. See, to me, they're not different. The real estate deal at $10 million is no different than me doing a webinar, and we have 7 days to plan the thing, and we're going to charge and blah, 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 blah. We just commit fully, have a target, exactly what I was telling you, always have a target. We constantly say this in the office. Target, what's the target? What's the target? What's the target? Everybody's running around figuring out ideas. We got to do this. Dude, what's the target? Because without the target, you're not going to figure out anything. And are we committed to the target? Because if you're committed to the target fully, I'm going to be the best sales trainer in the world or whatever. If you're fully committed to that target, you will figure out how to get there. Whether you have the money, don't have the money. So when social media came around, social media was I wrote the 10X rule. I'm trying to figure out how to get me and my wife, Elena, and the kids out of a rut. We were stuck in this little groove, and the groove was not deep enough. And so when social media came around, I was like, man, I've been praying for something. God created Facebook. I'm convinced, man. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
God created social media, and the devil participated too. because most people are just getting they're just getting hammered because of it. But for a handful of people, they're like, oh, I know what to do with this.
Yeah. Using that.
Yeah. And I think that we don't use it well. I just started a Weibo account. It's the Chinese, so my nanny told me we have a nanny that teaches Mandarin to the kids. And she's like, Greg, you really need to be on Weibo. Is that Mandarin?
I don't think that's Mandarin.
No, my accents are all terrible. But
He would lose the battle.
Yeah.
But anyway, I said, look, let's get a Weibo account right now. I said, you do the translations. I don't know what to do with it, but I know I have to start by getting one, right?
Mm.
So anyway, long answer to a very